This is a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for the next 3 days. Cancer. The meditation and the pre-shuffle energy, the shadow cards, were pretty interesting. When it comes to the shadow cards, typically I only pull one, okay? One shadow card, and then there's like an influence on the bottom of the deck. However, you have the Queen of Wands peek out right behind it, so I accidentally pulled you two, and the influence was the Devil. Okay, it seems like there's been somebody who has loudly painted you as a villain in a situation. And honestly, I feel like they've done this to kind of distract from their own guilt, certain realizations that they've been having. They've been having to spin things really hard in order to reach for a reason for why they've done something to you. And it seems to me, Cancer, like when it comes to the Justice card, I'm getting the energy of like documentation. So I feel like you actually have receipts when it comes to what's going on here with Justice showing up. I think you're glowing and you're vibing and you're radiating, and you're just in this energy where nothing can get you down. That's the energy that I feel you in. Left ear ringing, by the way. Some of you could be dealing with that. But when it comes to the Queen of Wands, I think that you're blooming and somebody really can't stand that they're not in that energy instead. But this was already yours. They couldn't have ever taken this from you. And I think that's something that they're having trouble coming to terms with. That like what is for you, what's meant for you, it can't be taken. And that's the energy that is so frustrating for them, because they feel like they are owed this, but it's been handed to you. I feel like you've beat them to this blessing or to this win. There's a victory that you're having here. And so I think that's what's going on. We're going to figure out, we're going to get to the bottom of it here. We've got Libra energy, we've got Aries, we've got Capricorn, Scorpio on the bottom of the deck with Judgment. But let's get into it because it's pretty intense already. Alrighty, let's see what we got here for Cancer. Cancer, I think right off the bat, what's setting you apart from this person in such a major way is the way that you're showing up in this situation. I feel like you've kind of handled things as they come, and I do think that you've done this with grace and patience, and I even feel like you've kind of given warnings, and you've kind of, you know, there's been a situation here where I think you have been very fair, and maybe you didn't even have to be, but you just felt like it was the right thing to do. And I think that's what's really weighing on this person, is that they had a chance to do something the right way and they chose not to. And now they're kind of doubling down on that decision and thinking that they're owed something from you or something that belongs to you. The win belongs to you. Either way it goes, the victory is yours here in this situation. And I think for some, this could be related to a job situation. Say you're in the workplace with somebody, they feel entitled, they're like, I've been here forever, but they're inconsistent, they're bad at their job, they're late all the time. You know, it's like there's something about that where a person around you could feel entitled, but this was already yours. It's already being handed to you by the time they open their mouth here, Cancer. It's crazy. I feel like you've beat them to the finish line, and Queen of Wands energy says you look good doing it. You know, so this blessing was already yours. Ace of Wands energy here. There's something going on in that Ace of Wands where it does represent like a passionate new beginning, and I think that's a door that's opening for you over the next 3 days, slowly but surely. And this person, they may try to walk through that door themselves, but it's not happening. The access is denied. The Chariot, perfect. It's so fitting for a reading like this. This is your energy, first of all, but it's also a card that represents victory, triumph over obstacles, success. You are steering the Chariot. This is really, really powerful energy here. You got the Ace of Cups showing up as well. I feel like this is an issue that you're willing to wash your hands of, but this person's just not wanting to let it go. They're not wanting to let it go. They don't like that you've gotten the win. And let me say here, Cancer, that for some of you, this is a situation, if it's not related to work, I feel like for a lot of you, this is a situation where you gave a person a chance to do the right thing, to show up the way that you were showing up, or to at least show up as their best version, and they just didn't do it. They just didn't follow through, and you walked away, and now they're blaming you for making that decision, okay? And I do feel that what they're wanting here that already belonged to you was choice, you know? And ironically, it belonged to them at one point in time as well. So it's interesting because they feel like they didn't get a choice, but they did. They made their choice. So that's what's interesting. I think this person wants to be the one who calls the ending, who closes the door. And I think that that's their problem. It's a control issue. They don't like that you had the last word. What else do we have here? Page of Pentacles. Some of you may see a message come in over the next 3 days. It could be from an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. But I'm telling you what, again, I really feel like you're walking into a new chapter. Four of Wands is here. Somebody might have Venus in Aries, but this is a card of laying down new roots. I feel like you're walking through a new door is what's going on here. And this person is just upset because they can't outrun their guilt. And I think that when it comes to this Ace of Swords, you got 3 aces here, by the way. Lots of blessings are coming your way, and this person can't stand it. I think that this person could have been hoping that when you shut this door, things went downhill for you. They went south, and you'd come running back to them and, you know, want some comfort, want some, you know, company, whatever the case may be. And it just didn't happen that way. You know, the opposite is exactly what happened. Instead of feeling down on your luck and drained and looking drained, feeling drained, being drained, you had this glow up take place. And that's something that's really eating at someone. It's really, really eating at them. So you may see some communication come through because there's been a realization, but somebody's resisting that hard. And they're hoping that, you know, through reaching out to you and having some sort of conversation, it'll trigger this like false realization in you that you made the wrong decision in walking away. So yeah, I would definitely be on the lookout for somebody to try to have a heart-to-heart with you, to try to fix things. But I truly feel like it's a mind game. It's a power play with the Five of Swords energy. I wouldn't fall for it because I feel like this person's just trying to manipulate the energy here and, you know, kind of get in your good graces and swap their bad with your good and kind of just take that on as their own and have that final call, basically make that final call where the ending happens. So yeah, Cancer, I feel a lot of game playing going on here, but I really feel like you've gotten the win. Spirit has handed it to you. It's already yours. And as far as an opportunity goes, especially as it pertains to work, money, or business, I feel like you got to something first, and there's somebody here who could be very upset about that. You beat them to the finish line, and it is what it is. I feel like I feel like this is something that wasn't just, you didn't just go and take this from them. It was never theirs to begin with, you know. It was never theirs to begin with. It was always going to be yours. So that's what I'm seeing here for you, Cancer. I hope that this was helpful or fun or whatever you needed it to be. Feel free to watch out for your other signs. Again, I am reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placement. So I know this one was a little all over the place. So if it didn't hit home for some of you, you're more than welcome to watch out for those signs. I also read over on Patreon. It's 4 all signs readings per week, 1 oracle pull per month, and you get a personal reading, a personal question every month in my inbox. If you are interested in personal video readings, I do have some options available, some spots open. So if you are interested, shoot me an email and we'll go from there and, you know, see if we can get you a personal reading. So yeah, if this is where we part, Cancer, I want to thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.